Hello guys, welcome back to today's video. The price of Bitcoin is currently pumping. Should I say pumping? Or I should just say increasing. The price of Bitcoin is currently increasing, right? And I'm going to talk about the possible scenario that will likely play out, what I actually said before, right? And what is happening right now in the price of Bitcoin. And at the ending of this video, I'm going to actually share you my expectation of what I want to actually approach the market, right? Now, if we can actually look right now, if we zoom out, this is the 4-hour time frame. You can actually use the 4-hour time frame to go and check at the chart, right? Now, this is the 4-hour time frame, which actually explains what is actually happening in the lower time frame, right? So, if we actually look at the 4-hour time frame, we're actually going to find out that this area, the price of Bitcoin is actually pumping, and this is what I actually told you guys in my recent video, right? The price of Bitcoin was actually holding around this area. I think somewhere around this area, right? Where we actually break out this trend, where we actually break out this line. Now, the reason why for this line is because we have been dropping in the price of Bitcoin. This was since on June, right? Since on June 24, we have been dropping in the price of Bitcoin, right? When we actually look at it from June, we have been dropping in the price of Bitcoin, right? You can actually see this actually take us 1 month, and right now we actually break out from this line. So that drop, we actually have that trend line. Reason why is because anytime we actually touch this, we actually bounce back, touch, bounce back, consolidate again, touch this particular line again, we actually bounce back, right? We also fall down, right? Now we actually at this point. Now the question is, what is the next step for Bitcoin, right? Now, if you actually look, for those of you who have been watching my video, right, I actually told you guys that if we lose this area, we're actually going to see some drop in the price of Bitcoin. And this is the reason why I actually give this arrow that is here, right? And you can actually see how it actually plays out, right? We have that drop, didn't hit it exactly, right? And we actually have that bounce back, right? That bounce back recovery. And we have actually break this line, right? Which was actually maintaining support while we actually falling down, right? You can actually see we touch this level, drop. Also right now we're actually touching this level, and just we actually break it, right? Now, this was the level which I was actually telling you guys to actually pay attention to, which is this high here. And I actually told you guys that if we break this level, if we break this support, because there's a support here, which I actually told you guys that it's actually creating this, right? I don't need to actually explain this, right? Now, I actually told you guys that if we break this level, there's a high chance we're actually going to come back to this high here to retest it. Reason why is because here have actually provided a high in the market, right? Here have actually provided a high in the market where we actually do what? We actually need to actually watch out for the levels, right? We are actually looking at levels, right? I'm not that drawing lines saying it's technical analysis, right? We just need to actually pay attention to the possible scenario, to the levels that is very, very important, right? So that when market actually react to those levels, we know how we actually approach the market, right? Now, this area have actually provided a support, right? And you can actually see it here, over here, right? And over here where we actually have that bounce, right? We actually have that bounce, come down and bounce up again, right? So this area here have actually provided a support. This line which I actually see here have actually provided a support, right? And right now we also see a bounce from this level, rejection from this level. After touching this level, we drop back down, right? Now the question is, are we actually going to break this level just as we actually break here? Is another thing we need to actually pay attention to, right? If we break this level, you guys know the D. The next level will be area of 66,000 to 67,000. We're actually going to see a massive pump here, right? But there is a 50% chance that we're actually going to have that rejection from here, getting back down to this level. To consolidate, if we consolidate, we can actually say, yes, game on. This will be a perfect entry for us, right? This will be a perfect entry, right? For the market, this will be a perfect entry where we see that rejection and we come back to this level, which is at 60,000, right? You see the consolidation, right? That is what you want to see. You see the consolidation and you say game on. This is it. But there is a chance that we can actually do like this, come back to this level, stand come back down again. It is still possible, right? So we just need to pay attention. When am I actually going to turn bearish? When am I going to turn bullish? I'm still bearish, right, for the short term. That doesn't mean that I'm not actually thinking about the bull market. The bull market will actually happen, right? Because I still think that the price of Bitcoin still need further drop, right? So this area is going to provide the support, right? Because we are actually approaching that zone, right? If we consolidate and still push up to the upside, that will be actually good for the market, and that have actually instantly changed a structure in the market. It will bring a change of structure. Reason why? Because it has actually break this high, which was actually created few days ago. Right now, if you look at the crypto market right now, you're actually going to know that some of the coins in the market are actually increasing in value, which is actually very, very nice. But if we actually get this rejection, right, from this level, which I'm actually showing you, from this level, from this zone, which I'm actually showing you, because this zone have actually, this was a high, right? So if we actually come back to that high and reject, we want to see price holding at this level for us to say, okay, this is another bounce that is actually going to come again. But if we actually reject from here, breaking below this level, there is a high chance we are actually still going to go to much lower level. And this is what many people will not actually expect, right? And it's actually going to, you're actually going to see most of the coins start dropping in price again, right? You just need to be prepared for that, right? Prepare for both scenario, right? So if we reject, right, if we reject back down, what we want to see is price holding around this area of 60,000, right? 60,000. We consolidate, right? That is what we want to see before we actually say this is a good time for us to actually do what? For us to actually turn bullish, right? But don't turn bullish. At this point, I'm not bullish. You know why? We haven't created any high. There's no change of structure here. This is still high. This is still high. This is still low, sorry. And this is still low. So what I want to see is if we come back to that high, reject, consolidate, bam. I'm going to say it's good, but there's a still high chance that we can actually come back to this level, consolidate, and bam, more higher price we actually see in the price of Bitcoin. This is actually going to be bullish. That means if we actually come back to this level, we might likely reject, come back down, and still going to go to higher level in the price of Bitcoin. And that will actually bring a new all-time high in the price of Bitcoin. Right? I've actually explained possible scenario that may likely play out. So if you actually see any of this scenario actually play out, don't be surprised, right? Because right now, what I'm actually expecting, right now my expectation is I want to actually see the price actually drop back, rejecting from this level, which I actually see here, right? Rejecting from that high, which I actually see here, and we actually see a decent pullback. That's what I want to actually see in the price of Bitcoin in the 4-hour time frame. So guys, I'm going to see my next video. Let's see how it actually plays out. I'm going to see you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. If you are new to crypto, what you have to do is to join my community on WhatsApp. Every Saturday we have class, beginner class. We will be educating you more about crypto. And if you're actually interested in future trading, copy my signals, go right now in the description of this video, get 50% off for you to actually subscribe, to actually join my WhatsApp community for features and start getting my signals, right? I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Don't forget that we are going to actually launch BeamPay. Is a tax to earn platform that you can actually earn free money where they actually complete tasks. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Peace. Goodbye.